Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. It's Kate in the Nest. It's Friday afternoon and I just want you to feel welcome here. This is a casual stitch along and I'm going to introduce you to a piece that I was working in a frenzy on, and then it's sort of stopped, but it is a quilt, and it's going to feature, it's going to be a memory quilt, and it's featuring some of the beautiful fabrics that I got while I was away. So you've seen this piece before. This is the, oh, I put my little pink butterfly ring on just to cheer me up and add some color. I don't usually wear her on there, and I've swapped this one over. So this is the silk with the embroidery that I discovered and absolutely love. Here's the block print and another, I don't know whether I showed you this. So basically I have this piece of blanket which I've had in my cupboard. It's a big blanket, still have some left that I bought last year, and I just tore it up into blocks. I didn't measure, I made it easy for myself and went by the stripes. Always easy. So this one is unadorned, and I'm learning as I go because I started out with some really big pieces and I do like the patchwork look, and I get bored very easily, as you know. So they're higgledy-piggledy. So there's one of them. But the direction, and here's another with a different set of fabrics. So this one has got the paler pink, and my kits will be coming out over the weekend. Just check, I don't know how I'm going to announce that, but anyway, I'm going to stay tuned. Save some of that Black Friday money. Okay, because I want to share these with you. So that's a different combination or little bits. The way I'm heading is that those blocks will be the background of all my garden. So this particular piece here is bark cloth. There's a spare. Look, I've even got a pin, a spare needle there. This is bark cloth. It's absolutely beautiful, and Kristen gave it to me for Christmas last year. Hello, Kristen, and thank you. And I was savouring it and looking at it. Now that I've had it for a year, I thought I love those orange flowers, and they can be the inspiration for my flower garden here. So that's one block. I better put things down. Sorry if there was shadows. So it's late afternoon here. It's actually been a lovely day with less wind, which has made it perfect for drying. So I've been washing lots of my treasures that have arrived from India to get them ready, and that's been very successful. Okay, so I've ended up showing you 4 blocks. This one has got, and I've got other ones that I couldn't show you more. The actual bark cloth pattern had this design on it that is all the spirals, and that reminds me of India as well. So I'm using those to be sort of, I've left it on there to be sort of the vine that will connect different flowers. So this one's probably, is it the most advanced? It's got some applique in my usual, shark toothy way. This piece I've started some thread painting on with some of that lovely little woolly wool that I've got heaps of, like that. And this one has got nothing on it, and I haven't got enough of this fabric to go on everything, so it will evolve. I'm just looking here, and I've got a bit of the Sanderson that I've used so much this year since I got it. So I wonder, what did I just drop? Was it a pin? Yeah, there's a pin. Let's see if we could, yep, that's going to work. We'll just fussy cut I'd love to know why we call it fussy cutting, because isn't it just cutting? But I imagine that's because it's going exactly around the petals. It's really probably not my place to ask why. So how are you feeling? Is it daytime, nighttime, weekend time, Friday? I think that's all the possibilities it can be when I think of the global clock. So I'm going to keep that little stem on there for the moment. So the colours of this are very much going to be, well, they're influenced by the fabric that I bought. But I will use my vintage pieces as well. So it won't be just this latest haul of fabric. It will be from my stash. I'm combining, because that's what we want to do. We want to be eclectic. All right, so there is that beautiful flower. In situations like this, I like to get, oh, doesn't that look pretty? I think so. I like to stand up, and I don't like that beigeness there. So I've been doing this a little bit more. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to, well, you'll say this isn't the right way, but at least it gets the hole going. And then in here, so I've had messages from people who are having lovely family time with Thanksgiving and shopping, Black Friday and all of those sorts of things. But I also know that, yeah, some of you rely on those of us who make YouTube videos, and especially when you're not surrounded by busyness and people. So that's why I'm here. My husband said, do you need to make one? And I said, well, it's not about need, it's about want, and it's about sharing. So I like this going here. I'm not loving how that joins. It depends whether I see that as one flower or two flowers. I think let's just make the call, and that stem is going to go for the moment. And the eye then can grow it up. So that green to there is a much happier fit. Oh, so I did discover my pins, which is handy. And because this is my first stitching of the day, I feel like just, I got to, yep. There's another pinny there. Let's get that one out of the way. And let's get, I know I'm using this wool a lot lately, but that's because I haven't taken the time to look for others. Oh, and I had one already threaded for you to save time. Okay. So this is not in Christmas colours, but I have been watching people make beautiful decorations, and what's that called? Bunting? It's a funny word, isn't it, when you think about it? We have a big store here called Bunnings, and that's what just went into my head. Okay, now, every time, and this is why I love saving all our bits, every time I work on this flower, it comes out different. So this is the same Sanderson flower, unrecognizable. Have I got it on here? Yes, and down here. So it doesn't look like a flower, except it gives me the pattern. So why am I explaining that? Oh, a few of you said you're just new, and it's a little bit daunting to know where to start. So I'm just saying, here's a big flower. I could invisibly stitch this down, and that would make sure it stays really flat. But I don't feel like that. So go with the flow, be free, and where do I actually want to start? I don't know. I just want to do some colouring in. Let's start here. And the secret to those other bits that I've done is I used a whole variety of different threads, so not all wool. So I could come in and add a bit of that crochet cotton there. I did, yeah, I really do need to sort myself out. But I have just, like many of us I know, I've just got lists and lists and lists and lists of things to do. My husband has never seen me wash so much. I said, well, this is much better than washing clothes and the things that we have to do. This is art. So I've done soaking and then very, very gentle rinsing in the machine. And you ought to see the bathtub where I had the quilts soaking. So the pin's looking a bit dangerous here. Let's go up there. So it's just been fun to have. This is a bit bigger than, you know, the pouches and the little pieces that I have been making lately. So it's nice to get, you know, into a larger work, but at the same time, by using blocks, it's not overwhelming. And as I've said already, I never get bored because, especially late at night when I get tired out, I just put the background fabrics down. There can't be any mistake with that because they'll be covered and just peeped out. I suppose actually it's like I'm doing an itty bitty, but on a larger scale. And if you don't know Itty Bitty, that is the online course I did with the incredible Kelly Makrens. In fact, I've still got a few open that I haven't done for a while. Like, where do we get the time? So that's how we're going so far. The variegated is incredible. So this is a pink flower, but it's coming out orange and browny coppery tones. Every thread in this, but I don't really want that green, so let's just go back down there and take it off. There we are. So just a little bit of thread painting, and now I'm going to change and do something else because you've seen that and that gives you the idea. And let's go on to one of these other blocks. And I haven't numbered these, so I don't do the composition first. It's just all random. I've been using that, but I haven't got any flowers down here. I wonder what's in my nest over here that I could pull out. Is the red going to be too... Oh, there's a little crochet flower. Oh, that's that one I... Oh, yes. That's the one I did pre-India fabric. From the... I'm just doing a lucky dip. I know you can't see it, but is there anything? I was going to do that, wasn't I? Just play lucky dips. There's a noisy whatever bird. That might end up. Gosh, how amazing is that? Playing lucky dips. I didn't show you because everything would fall over. Do I need the writing? I sort of like that. So this is a little tiny needle point that someone had done. I just remembered I didn't clean my battery, so it will probably... the storage will probably go again. That's what happened on last night's video. Why don't we put a little birdie in here? So sort of hidden in amongst, because there's nothing much going in on that. Or we could put, actually, let's go down. That spreads the texture. That was fun. I've got some of this vintage fabric. I don't think we did that crocheting yet. This little bit is cute. I've got a lot of white, and I'm going to paint that. So again, in case you're worrying, I think that looks very wrong. What else have I got over here? I'm standing up to get to my nest now. Oh, I've got that beautiful flower. Oh, that's a Beck flower. All right. Shall we do this? So the question I asked myself, is that playing a part? Or would I be better to pop that off? Sorry, after building the textures, yeah, I am going to just pop that off. And I won't, of course I won't throw it away. First of all, I put it on as a whole big square and it just did not work. So I've been gradually, you learn as you go. So let's take that squiggly off there. So I've got a little branch that will go on another piece to unite it. So decisions. Look at these beautiful, don't they come up nicely in the whatever that is, the camera. So garden to garden, like we're doing a garden, flower to flower, and I've got this birdie. Okay, I think somewhere like that. So I'm going to trim around here. So go in closer to this beautiful, I think this is the same embroidery that I've got on my diary, which I've been using a lot these last few days. Busy, busy. actually made the mistake of calling 2025 last year. Does that happen to you? When you start to get your head into plans, you suddenly go, oh, that year is done, when it's not. It's, how many days have we got? I think Monday is 1st of December. There we are. So just closer and getting rid of those angles. Let's put this in here. Birdie we might reposition him actually, because this is going to be under in the garden. I wouldn't mind seeing still some of that pink. Oh. So this really is you being a gardener. With me. I think in here, even though I like that twirly whirly, let's do that. And bird. This is worrying me, this writing. I think I might have to cut off the noisy. And I can put it on again after I've painted it, if I want it. So there, we're nestling. Okay, I'm only just going to have a few minutes to finish this video off because my memory is way too full and I need to give it some time, but I'm going to say to you, I'm going to commit this bird to this flower, and I will use cross stitch around the edge to put that down, and I'll do some more thread painting there. So that's that block. They haven't got numbers. What else have we done? We've got this one started and then 2 empty ones. So I'm not worrying at all how they join together at this point, but just to give you an idea, let's overlap them. So, oh, I can't even see that flower. It will grow and grow and grow. So, as always, thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. I'm sending you lots of love and hugs. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. You'll see this lots, so it's not the end of the world. Bye for now.